Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. Well, compared to last season, you'd have to say the start to this season has not been quite what you'd expect. They hope to improve their record with the wins tonight, certainly.
Checking out Houston, they've looked like a different team to start this season, and not in a good way. They've played rather poorly based on what was expected of them.
Yeah, this is a team we expect to be in that battle for the top seed, and instead questions about whether they'll even make the playoffs now. You know, it's early, but there have to be some concerns in that locker room.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Miller is out there with Chris Paul, and it's Pierce in at the 3 spot.
You know, there have been talk of the Clippers trading DeAndre Jordan for Kevin Garnett 2 summers ago. The Clippers have to be happy they didn't make that trade. Sometimes the best trades are the ones that aren't made. KG's still getting it done, but Jordan is going to be their center for a long time.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Griffin with the steal. Miller outside. Fires from 18. Second shot opportunity over Beverly, and he can't bank that one in. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kevin McHale.
He knows a big part of winning this game will come down to how well they can guard Blake Griffin. He said it all comes down to positioning and preventing him from getting inside, both on and off the ball. And guys, he's willing to concede some open jump shots to Griffin to do that. We'll see if Griffin can make him pay for it. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. A drive by Paul. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Harden gets the bucket.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Now, here is Miller, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
James Harden again. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for them.
And he gets it to go. 9 points for Jay.
Off to a really solid start. He's knocked down 4 of his first 5 shots.
Jones with the screen on Paul. Harden the pass to Beverly. Houston moving it around. Ariza no look. Clippers leading by 7. And stolen by Howard. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Paul outside. Deflects the pass. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
This ball is really a basketball jumper. When he's not playing the game, he watches all the games. He has a wall of TVs on his own where he can follow multiple games at once. That is fanaticism. And he actually is preparing for a job in the studio someday.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
Jordan, a follow-up flush.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
The 1-2 punch, you gotta love it.
Ariza with the bucket. As you guys know, as passionate as Chris Paul is about basketball, I read an interview where he said he might walk early to spend time with his kids.
Yeah, I mean, it can be tough missing those moments, but I don't know. Paul strikes me as a lifer. Wouldn't surprise me one day to see him coaching, once his playing days are gone.
Doubled by Howard. Miller with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up out to Miller for the 3. And Jones pulls it down. It's trailed by 4. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Oh, good with the triple. And the wide open shot from Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Griffin's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. And now the first timeout call here for the Rockets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at their foul line.
Not to mention some ham and turkey.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Harden missing again.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
So for the Rockets, Montezumas comes in for Jones. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Los Angeles.
Well, Chris Paul breaking Magic Johnson's record last season with 13 double-doubles to start the season. That's points and assists we're talking about. You know, anytime you're mentioned in the same breath as a Hall of Famer, that's a pretty good thing.
Now here's Terry. Right now averaging 5 points a game. It's Harden.
Get it!
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
And there's Terry after the three-pointer from Jamal Crawford. It's Harden with the drive.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit and maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Dwight Howard. The Clippers also changing it up. Davis comes in for Jordan. And Wesley Johnson has subbed for Blake Griffin. Paul. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there. Rockets trail by 10. And Harden a relatively quiet demeanor. Some even said moody, but clearly has embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he says as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
Here's Stevenson. James Harden picking up that last basket, and that one's good by Davis.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
There's the dish to Johnson. Puts up a three. Ariza with the rebound.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Now, here's Brewer. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 1:07 left in the first. There's Crawford with the three, and he gets it to go. Crawford's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Clippers. It's Harden with the drive. Right through the knee for the layup. Harden's got 14 points for the game.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 9 points for Crawford.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
Harden gets to Ariza. Terry outside. Back to Ariza. And some nice passing there by Houston. Brewer's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 12. Paul outside.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. Free throw drops for Paul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Here's McDaniels. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Clippers lead by 13. And we'll get things started in the second.
Next Wednesday, December 3rd.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston, we've got Montezumas, Patrick Beverly out there with McDaniels. Then it's Jones. And it's Brewer in at the 3 slot. Mariunas' shot is good. Here is Miller. Miller, right side. Crawford outside. Oh, good on the triple. It's trailed by 11.
There's always a little hesitation with newly formed, star-loaded teams. You wondered if the Rockets would click early last year. They did, and ended up with the 4 seed out west.
Houston making a switch here. Howard's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Jordan's checked in. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, as we know, Dwight Howard used to covet the big market. His friend Josh Smith had said he's addicted to being global. And Howard even admitted people were in my ear about being in a bigger place and bringing more dollars in. Nowadays, it's not about where you play. Unfortunately, I had to learn that lesson in front of the whole world. Kevin?
His image took a hit, Doris, but he's learned from it, obviously. Thanks. Over in the corner, Beverly. Pass to McDaniels. Feeds it to Brewer. Lock at 6. A second chance effort. Howard. That's good.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Smith missing again. He's trailed by 9. Now Beverly looking for his first basket still in this one. Kicks it to Jones. Shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys. It's really how this team plays. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. Paul Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. Johnson comes in for Josh Smith. Harden dishes to Beverly. Pass to Howard. Second shot opportunity. It's good, and the Clipper lead is down to 9 in the bucket from Beverly.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
It's Harden with the drive.
Well, you look at Patrick Beverly, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. And he's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
Well, Beverly learned pressure defense back in high school as the lead guard in a 1-2-2 press. To prepare his team to play that, his coach had them running stairs, running around the school nonstop for an hour every day. And Beverly still fanatical about his conditioning.
And he banks in the lane. Beverly's got 5.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Offensive rebound.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside. But he can't get it going here.
Harden up top. He's guarded by Johnson. That's good. 16 points for James Harden. And so Patrick Beverly, taken in the second round in 2009, fought the final cut of training camp by the Miami Heat. He spent the next 5 years playing in Greece and in Russia.
You're right, Kevin. Those are physical leagues where they allow a lot of contact. His defense was how he survived. And even now, that's his bread and butter. That's how he plays. He defends.
Ball checked in for the Clippers. And again, no good by the Clippers.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Beverly the pass to Harden. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Johnson. Miller, that's for 2. Nice shot from the wing. Miller's got 6 in the quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Catching